What's poppin', everyone? So, as you probably know, James Gunn as of yesterday, as of this recording, finally announced the first kind of Slate thing for the new DCU. I guess they're calling it the DCU now, not the DCEU. Makes me think, what does the C mean? Does it mean cinematic or does it mean comics? Ooh! Anyway, whatever. Anyway, though. He released the new DC Slate, which is coming out soon, and all that type of stuff. The first, I guess, concrete, release date is going to be 2025, so we won't see this for another couple of years. But there are some interesting stuff in here, so I thought we would just, kind of go into this and kind of talk about it. Shall we? I got it recorded right here, so let's talk about it. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the title of it, which is called DCU. It's called Chapter 1, which is pretty decent enough because it's comics, More like Phase 1 and all that type of thing. They're going more toward the the comic aspect of it, And it's called Gods and Monsters, which I think is a pretty decent title. And to be fair, they did have like a animated movie or something. Of course they had a comic too, but they had like a animated movie I saw a while ago called Gods and Monsters, which is like an alternate universe type of Superman and an alternate universe Batman, alternate universe Wonder Woman, all these different alternate universes and all that, where Superman was like a Hispanic or something like that. Wonder Woman was like an American, not an Amazon. It was kind of weird. Anyway, though, this title seems to be pretty on the point. Especially when you go into all the stuff that they're going to be they're announcing. This is only part 1 of Phase 1, part 1 of Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. It's not all of it, so there's that. The goal, apparently, according to James Gunn, is to have, let me see if I can highlight it here, 2 movies and 2 HBO Max shows released per year. They did say that it's not going to be like they're not gonna force it out, right? They're going to take their time with it. If the story's not great, then they're not gonna release it. But the goal is to have 2 movies and 2 HBO Max shows released per year, which I gotta say, especially for starting and building their stuff, that's a decent compromise, okay? I mean, to be honest, I think Marvel's kind of widening the basket a little bit with having 4 shows and 4 movies out now. It's really it's going crazy over there. So at least James Gunn kind of knows more or less what's going on here. Anyway, though, the first film that they're going to be doing is Superman Legacy, which is set to come out on July 11th, 2025. And it's not going to be an origin story. It's going to have a younger Clark Kent / Superman. He's already Superman, And, yeah, they're going to have it's going to be about Superman being a beacon of kindness in a world that believes kindness is old-fashioned. And, to be honest, that is basically Superman's thing today, really. So I gotta say, really good stuff. There's some comics that are kind of referencing this as well that I've seen online. I haven't personally read them myself, but they look pretty accurate to where they're going with this. I have a feeling it's they're kind of it's kind of like a reaction to the Man of Steel aspect of it. That's like, oh, this Superman's too gritty and too dark. This Superman's more light and more flourishing, that type of thing. Which I gotta say, pretty decent stuff, whatever. Hopefully it's going to be good. I don't know. I don't know where the heck they're going to go with this. But to be fair, I think if you wanted to count this correct, as of now, it's probably not going to be like this, but as of now, Superman Legacy, you can kind of put Superman Legacy in with the Man of Steel universe, you know? Superman's kind of have this build-up and all that type of thing. Justice League happened, and now he's just, you know, being Superman and all that type of thing. Just with different characters, different actors and actresses, but again, that has to remain to be seen, so there's that. James Gunn is currently writing the screenplay, and Safran, Peter Safran, which is the co-CEO of DC Studios, is hopeful the filmmaker will also direct the DC movie. Which I gotta say, be pretty smart to do. Anyway, though, the second one is The Authority, which is something I have never heard of, but apparently it's like Suicide Squad on steroids, where it's Suicide Squad, but instead of being prisoners, they are heroes who know they're heroes, and they are very, very egocentric, kind of like The Boys, but not so much necessarily. It's like Justice League, but just going a little bit too far in a few places. And apparently Superman Legacy is going to lead in right into The Authority, which, I gotta say, decent stuff, you know? Just kind of decent stuff. We've seen this done time and time again, but now DC's tackling it. They got a one-up from Marvel. They're actually doing something different from Marvel. What the heck? You know, it's crazy. Anyway, though, I'd say that was it's going to be pretty interesting. Hopefully, they'll get into the Justice Society of America before they go into the Justice League of America. After they go into The Authority. I don't know how many movies they want to do with The Authority or whatever, but yeah, there's that. Also, we got The Brave and the Bold, and if you know your Batman lore and your Batman cartoons, you know this is definitely Batman. Okay, this is definitely Batman. But anyway, what is this movie about? It's about they introduced the Bat family. Apparently it's going to be a Batman and Robin story. The correct quote is like they're going to be introducing the Bat family, and we'll get into that later. But apparently we're going to see Damian Wayne, which is Batman's son in the comics. And he's taught to be assassin, and Bruce must now raise Damian under his wing. We don't actually know a whole lot about The Brave and the Bold. All we know is that it's going to be about Damian Wayne. Here's the thing. I got this off of Screen Rant and all that. They added a little bit more stuff to it. Their correct stuff is about... this whole thing is going to be about introducing the Bat family, which, how can there be a Bat family without Batman, right? Well, just look at Titans, look at Gotham Knights, look at, what was that other show? It was something else. I forget, but Gotham. Look at Gotham, right? Even though it's Bruce Wayne in it, he's not Batman. At least until the very end. But anyway, it's like, it's pretty... unless none of these sources, none of these articles, okay, unless James Gunn and Peter Safran say Batman will be in this movie, I'm not going to believe that Batman's going to be in this movie, okay? It could be about Damian Wayne, about the other Batman, Bat family characters and all that. I don't know if Batman's going to be in it, unless they specifically say it. I'm not going to be pulled out the rug. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. And they fooled me 3 times. So, but then again, that's not James Gunn. That's other people. So I'm not going to be, detailing them or bad-mouthing them necessarily, but until I hear it, I'm not going to think Batman's going to be in it. So, but Damian Wayne and the Bat Family, at least, I mean, hopefully we'll get my favorite character, one of my favorite characters of all of DC, who is Nightwing, Dick Grayson. My second favorite character in DC lore, besides Batman, of course. But hopefully we'll get him, but as of now, we don't know. So there's that. The fourth film in their pantheon is Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And it's about the girl Steel getting her own solo film, and it's based on the Tom King's recent DC run, and it's going to explore her life as she was forced to see so many loved ones die tragically. Here's the thing, right? Just making sure it's recording. Yes, it is. And we're back. So, here's the thing. I've heard a lot of people talking about this, like, you know, oh, this is just Superman, but a girl form and all that. Here's the thing, okay? Clark Kent, he was a baby when he was flown to Earth, right? Supergirl is not only older, but she saw many of her people and her parents and everything she knows and loves die in front of her face, right? So, I have a feeling it's going to be a lot more dramatic and a lot more gravitas to this character and all that type of thing. All these films have the potential to have a lot of gravitas, but this one has a lot more drama, I think. Just off of the description alone. Again, we haven't seen anything about it. Who knows? It could suck. But as of now, could work. Who knows? And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think this is going to happen. But I wouldn't be surprised if they cast the Supergirl from the Supergirl TV show into this role, because she's that great as Supergirl. That's all I have to say on that. Who knows? Maybe they just want a complete refresh and everyone else is completely different. I don't know. Supergirl, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think she's in The Flash. I think. I don't know. I think. Who knows? Could work, though. Anyway, though, next we got Swamp Thing. Yeah. That explores the dark origin of Swamp Thing. Excuse me, kind folks. And that's it for that. Apparently, yeah, see, Screen Rant kind of messed up the description here. Apparently it's going to be a horror film, and it's not going to have really a lot of connections with the DCU, but it's going to kind of there's room for it to go into the DCU later, right? Which I don't know. I don't know what the heck they're going to do with this thing. Swamp Thing is apparently the greatest and the most powerful character, one of the most powerful characters in all of the DCU, DC like comics and all that. So I don't know. They could work. Who knows? But apparently it's also going to be a horror film, which is going to alienate a lot of kids too. Which I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued with this because Marvel's tried horror, and they haven't gotten... They've gotten close, but they've gotten not so far with horror. The closest thing they got was Werewolf by Night. That was like a special. This is like a full-blown theatrical film. So, who knows? It could work. So, who knows? It could work. Just gotta wait and see. Anyway, though, guys, next is the TV shows that's going to be on HBO Max, of course. Creature Commandos, which is an animated series. Thank God. Thank God there's going to be an animated series, finally. My gosh. HBO Max is just obliterating cartoons on that platform. I'm not even going to get into that. Anyway, though, it's going to be an animated... It's the only animated series as now part of the slate. Gunn has already written 7 episodes of the series. He is just pounding this stuff out. I mean, props to him. He's already written 7 episodes of the series. I don't know how much he's going to be involved with all these films, at least as producer, but he's already written 7 episodes of the show. He's written this Superman Legacy movie, you know? What else is he do? He's doing a lot of stuff. My gosh. Anyway, though, it's going to be centering around Rick Flag Sr., who set to appear elsewhere in live action, portrayed by his voice actor, and all these interesting people. This person, Dr. Phosphorus, I don't know who that is. Eric Frankenstein, of course, the Frankenstein's monster, I guess. Bride of Frankenstein, G.I. Robot, Weasel from the Suicide Squad, and apparently, it's going to, in the comics, apparently it includes a lot of like werewolves, vampires, Frankenstein's monster, fighting Nazis, and all that type of stuff. I don't know if that's going to happen in this animated series, but you never know. So, who knows? This is the most James Gunn-esque thing I have seen in this whole thing. It's very interesting. It's piqued my interest, ladies and gentlemen. So, there's that. Plus, it's animated, so, you know, who knows? It could be just awesome. Who knows? But, yeah. I mean, we got The Boys Diabolical, which is pretty good. We've got, you know, Invincible, not from Warner Bros. None of these are from Warner Bros. But, like, Invincible, which is one of my favorite animated series happening right now. So there's that. Who knows? It could be one of those. You know, who knows? Anyway, though, we got Waller, which is Amanda Waller, spin-off series moving forward with Viola Davis, which is from the other universe. That apparently Peacemaker is still going to have a season 2, even though it's set in this other pocket of DC. Which begs the question, why did you fire Henry Cavill as Superman? And why are you recasting all these people when Waller is still going to be there in the same kind of form? Apparently Peacemaker is going to be in there. And apparently a lot of people from Peacemaker are set to appear in Waller as well. And yeah, this is where it kind of gets a little interesting, because if you're going to go this route, then why are you doing that? I don't know. Again, I'm holding out hope. I am going to see what James Gunn has to offer. Not going to judge it based on this. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, though, we got the next series, which is Lanterns. This has been a series that's been in development hell for a good long bit, but they just completely scrapped it, and they are making a new series that will center on Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart, aka the best Green Lanterns. And I guess it's like Super Cops. It's going to be like a cop show with superheroes. Hey, I'm there, man. I'm there. Just give me a good Green Lantern anything, and boom, I'm there, man. But, yeah, the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern wasn't really all that great. However, it's like, what? been like 12, 13 years now. I think the dust has settled. I think the dust has settled. Anyway, though, we got this thing that I am. This is the most hype I have been with any of these series right now. It is Paradise Lost, which is about Themyscira before the birth of Princess Diana, and it's a political intrigue type of show about that's basically like Game of Thrones, but it's in the style of Game of Thrones. It's a prequel series to the other movies, which again begs the question: Are you still recasting Gal Gadot? Or are you going to keep her in the main line of movies? Because apparently Patty Jenkins is gone. I don't know. I'm gonna start and pause the camera again. There you go. But anyway, it's bizarre, to say the least. More questions than answers with this. But still, taking all that aside, this is fabulous. This puts a smile on my face, honestly. I am so giddy for this, because the Wonder Woman films were a couple of my favorite films of the DC cinematic universe. Wonder Woman 84 was a little eh. Wonder Woman, the first one, fabulous, of course. But to see a prequel series, dude, I'm sold. Okay, just give me it now, right? And the last thing that has been, let me just see here, introduced here. Yeah, the last thing that's been kind of announced is Booster Gold, which is a series focused on the future tech superhero with imposter syndrome is in the works, and they're speaking with an unspecified actor to play the titular role. Basically, from what I know, he's not completely this, but he's kind of the Deadpool, more or less, of the DC universe, kind of, where he is like a loser in the future and travels back in time to become a hero and all that, which got a lot of intrigue. This got comedy written all over it. I'm kind of disappointed that Blue Beetle isn't, I guess, in the works still anymore, because there was supposed to be a Booster Gold Blue Beetle project sometime, and I guess that's gone, maybe, I don't know, but still, Booster Gold, awesome. Blue Beetle, hopefully we see him, because apparently they're like a dynamic duo in the comics, so I like Blue Beetle. He is another one of my favorite characters in DC, so we can get him, be kind of hype. But there you go, guys. There's all the projects that have been, shown today, or detailed from yesterday. I mean, all we got was, one animated show, a bunch of shows, maybe 5 or 10 movies, maybe 5, 6 movies, something like that. We haven't heard anything about video games, though, because James Gunn said video games are supposed to tie into the story here, too, So, I don't know exactly where that is. Again, this is part 1 of chapter 1. So I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to let James Gunn do his thing. But still, haven't heard anything about video games. Where's the video games? There's a bunch of hype that I have about this. There's a lot of potential. James Gunn, fabulous filmmaker. So who knows? Could work. There's a bunch of questions that I have, though, but I'm just going to save them for later and see where these projects kind of go from here, I guess. But anyway, though, guys, what you think about this? Does this lineup rock or suck? Let me know, subscribe, ring that bell, more content come your way, and hey, take care, guys.